Hello, it's Nikki and welcome back. This Friday favourites, I am sharing 5 foods that have really helped me this year. They are things that I buy every single week. My family also love them as well. And they are all, I believe, for me personally, and again, I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor, but for me personally, they've really made me feel stronger this year. They've curbed my sugar cravings, which are always there in the background. And I know ultimately that sugar is not great for me. I love it. I really, really love it. But it just keeps me awake at night. It feels like I go on a bit of a roller coaster, so I feel really hyper and hectic when I have it, and then I come crashing down, and I don't want that in my life. I do enjoy a sweet treat every so often, but it's way less than what I used to have, and mainly because that was the stage of life that I was in. I didn't sleep for about 7 years throughout the night. Yeah, it feels a lot. So I was running on a lot of carbs and a lot of sugar and just getting through the day, to be honest. That's what I was doing. But these are great if you are in your 40s, or these might be things that you may wish to try. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not saying this is what you should do, but I've been enjoying them. And I know myself that I like going to just have this reminder. Sometimes I go round the same bits of the supermarket and I'm just like, I buy the same things, or I need to look at this in a different way. So maybe this could be for you. The first is a collagen package. It's a collagen peptide. As you can see, I'm down to the last bit. I'm about to order some new a new packet. This is Swiss bovine collagen peptides from Will Powders. I've bought several things from this brand and I really rate it. I've been taking this since the end of August and I have it every single day. So it's lasted, where are we now? End of November. So about 3 months. It's been brilliant. It's odorless and it's tasteless. So you can take a serving, put it in your tea. This is what I do, or you can put it in water or coffee or in yogurt or anything like that. And here's what it states that it does. For skin, hair, nails and joints and gut health, it's tasteless and odorless and it's suitable for all the family. Swiss bovine is essentially, it's grass-fed, so you know where it's come from. And the more that I read about food, the more that I read about how so much food is mixed and where it's sourced, and it's really difficult to know what's what. And this has been brilliant. Again, going back to 7 years of not sleeping, I felt like for a long time I was just, and I had 2 cesareans as well, and I just hadn't anticipated, or I hadn't acknowledged how all of that has such an influence on your body. And I really feel like for the first time that I'm less bloated. I feel better in my clothes, not necessarily like losing weight or things like that, but my body previously might have felt like it was always on a washing machine cycle that had never quite come to the end. And I certainly have now periods of the day where I just feel settled. I feel calm in my body. I'm not going, oh gosh, I need another biscuit, or I need those sorts of things. I've just got a kind of steadiness. I think that's the way that I can describe it. Number 2, I've started eating loads more chicken. So I often roast a chicken on a Sunday and we'll have it as a roast dinner. My kids love roast, which is always a bonus, because often on a Sunday, especially at this time of year, if we're not getting out as much, everybody's a bit tired and gnarly on a Sunday. And that really just brings a lovely focus for us, for our family. Another discovery on the chicken front is chicken thighs. I hadn't really I'd always had chicken breast because I was of that theory that, lean meat and all that sort of stuff. But actually, the chicken thighs has been great nutrition, especially for my son who is 9. He plays a lot of football. He's very lean. He's very on his feet the whole time. But also for my daughter as well. So I either put them on skewers and we make some kind of marinade. I sometimes put it in stir fries. What else do I do? I sometimes slice it really, really thinly and I put them in pita breads and or pasta, and with sesame seeds or teriyaki sauce, or with rice. Like, there's loads of, obviously I'm not a chef, but there are loads of different ways that you can have it, and my kids seem keen on it. So that may not last for a long time, so that's okay. I'm going to celebrate that now whilst I'm in this moment. Number 3, Greek yogurt. Now, the more plain, like authentic, just milk Greek yogurt, the better, because that's what's got all the protein in. You want full fat as well, so it's not mixed with all sorts of whatever. Again, I love yogurt, actually. I love ice cream as well. I like all of the things. But even things that you might think are healthy, like fruit yogurts, they've got so much sugar in it, so many chemicals, so much other stuff, who knows what else. And so Greek yogurt, for me, has been a really lovely switch. It's also really filling as well. So when you have it, it feels substantial and it feels like it's doing good things. Number 4, the Bio and Me range. I've spoken about this on my Friday favorites. I spoke about the bars and I've spoken about the granola. I've also tried the kefir, which I really rate as well. I love this brand so much, mainly because they do the ultimate thing. They pass the ultimate test for me, where things taste really sweet and delicious, but they don't have bad stuff in it. And they list all their ingredients. There's loads of different plants that you might not have in different capacities. And they're brilliant for my kids. My kids will often have it. So one of the puddings I will do for them, they do have other, treats as well. But they will both eat this, some Greek yogurt in a bowl, with some granola just topped on. My son was eating it as like a full bowlful, and I said it's too expensive for bowlfuls. We're doing sprinkling. We're doing tablespoons of sprinkles. But yeah, some granola on top, maybe some honey, maybe some fruit, maybe some nuts. We've got a big shelving unit in our kitchen where we've got loads of those Kilner jars full of various bits and bobs, and they like to make up whatever their preference is, almost like a poke bowl or something, but it's a dessert bowl. I guess they could have this for breakfast as well, but my son really likes porridge. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Bio Me, I think the brand is brilliant. You can now get it on Amazon. They sell it in our local Sainsbury's. We've also got another supermarket very near us. They sell it there. They've got loads of flavours. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. Obviously, it's a little bit more, not obviously, but you know the drill. It's a little bit more expensive than, say, a supermarket own, but it doesn't have all of the sugar. And I know when people talk about making their own granola, and that's a really great thing, but to make your own granola, I reckon sometimes when people show it, it costs about £15 to make a small jar of granola. And we are in that phase of our lives where we've got kids who are like, can I have another thing? I'd like this. So this seems to have worked really well for us. The final thing I want to talk about is nuts. I didn't get into nuts until later life, but they are brilliant. They're great for snacking. They're great for energy. They're great as an alternative to sugar. And again, we have them in Kilner jars, and they are so easy to grab. And even sometimes if I know that, I don't know, I've got a really late meeting that's going over lunch, and then I'm going to have an early dinner. Sometimes I'll make up a big trail mix of things, and that will see me through. Obviously, I do kind of eat proper meals as well, but they're just excellent if you like them, if you don't have allergies to them. If you want to find great ones as well, my favorite nuts so far are from Aldi. They're really reasonably priced, they're really high quality, they're not cooked in loads of nonsense, and they're brilliant. And they do recyclable packaging as well. There's not many who do that. We also have a local, it's called Source Bulk Food, where it's like a pick and mix for everything, really: nuts, seeds, pasta, sweets, dried fruit, so many different things, and it's brilliant. And sometimes when we go in there, you can't go in there when you're too hungry, because otherwise you're like, yep. It's brilliant. What foods have changed your life this year? I would love to know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing these Friday favorites. If you like this, subscribe to the playlist, come back later, and I'll see you next time. Bye.